Hey there, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to talk about someone new, and that is none other than Miss Gypsy Rose. Yes, the infamous Munchausen by proxy victim turned murderer turned reality star. So just as a disclaimer, I'm not really going to talk about her case or what went on. Obviously, we're going to mention a few things here and there just because that is a part of her story now. But mostly I want to focus on the reality show. That's the sphere she's in now. So that we're going to talk about it just like I would anybody else. Now, if that's something people want, they want me to make a video about the case and do a deep dive on it, I'm totally willing to do that. If you want me to, just throw it down in the comments. If not, I'm just going to keep doing what I'm doing. So we are now on the second season and it's already a whirlwind. Like, this girl, she has just hit the ground running as soon as she got released from prison. She was with Ryan and she was happy until her stepmom mentioned that Ken was still around. And it turns out she was never over Ken.
Checked in.
What? I loved him so much.
Ever since she mentioned that, it was just a slow descent until eventually she left Ryan and she went back with Ken. And not even a month later is now pregnant.
What a time to be alive.
Now, if you didn't know all that already and you are just tired and need to sit down, just go ahead and sit down. Like, oh my God, that is so much to take in. So season 2 picks up right where 1 left off, and Ken is now moved to New Orleans.
Never in a million years would I ever thought I would live in the state of Louisiana, but life happens and here I am now.
Great story. Compelling and rich.
But part of Gypsy's parole is she cannot live with him. She can only live with either her family or her husband, which Ken is neither at this point. So they can't live together. Which I think is a good thing because they really don't, they know each other because they did date for 2 years while in prison, but they don't really know each other the way you would if you were dating in person. So this is good. I mean, they already jumped the gun and they have a baby on the way, but what can you do at this point?
No more hangers!
So Gypsy and Ryan must be in some communication still, just because she says it seems like she's still feeling guilty or at least feeling guilted by him.
Every time that we have talked or texted since the divorce was filed, it's me trying to apologize for breaking his heart.
Which, you know, you can understand on Ryan's part.
I mean, whatever, I guess.
I'll be honest, I never really liked him. Did not get good vibes. He kind of creeped me out. I can't really say whether I like Ken or not yet. But I definitely didn't like Ryan, which is why I think Gypsy's stepmom really nudged Ken back in there just because she didn't like him, and I can't really blame her. I know a lot of people shit on her for it, but I don't know. I didn't like Ryan either, so yeah. So as of right now, Gypsy is planning on divorcing Ryan, and their plans are kind of up in the air. Obviously gonna raise the baby and probably figure out how to move in together eventually. As of plans on them getting married, they don't really have any. I think they're just gonna try and take at least this part of their relationship slow, which is good. I mean, you might as well, you know, before you get the government involved again.
Okay, let's not do that again, all right?
More than the government's already involved in her life.
We're not going to white-collar resort prison. No. We're going to federal pound-me-in-the-ass prison.
So Gypsy talks about the backlash she has received since announcing that she has left Ryan and is pregnant with Ken's baby.
I'm labeled a loose woman, a hoe,
A dirty skank!
my reputation
Like historically not good.
has gone down the drain.
You can say that again.
So some people are saying that she actually got pregnant on purpose just to have people look at her in a better light or for content. And I just don't agree with it. I don't. I really think she is very spontaneous. I think she is fresh out of prison and she wants to do all the things, and that includes having a baby, and she was not being responsible. And when this baby gets here, which in real time the baby is here, she's gonna have a wake-up call and her priorities are gonna change. Now the family, despite having a lot of reservations about them having this baby so quickly into starting a relationship and her ending another one,
I'm not giving my blessing. I'm not doing that again.
If you got an issue with that, come see me. I'm about that. Big trust. Woo woo.
Dad went that route already with Dee Dee, and we're not doing that no more. Just because you're pregnant doesn't mean you need to get married.
True talk, y'all. True talk, y'all.
They are on board and they're fully supporting her, which I think is honestly going to get her through this and going to help her break the cycle, which is something she has talked multiple times about wanting to do. And they are having a girl. So there were some people online who expressed concern about her having a girl specifically just because of what happened with her mother.
If you see what I mean.
But it's just time will tell. That's all we can do is sit back and wait and let the chips fall where they may. I think it's gonna be okay though. I really hope so. But they are already making some good steps. So Gypsy scheduled a therapy appointment for her and Ken was kind of expressing like, why do we need therapy already? And she was saying, no, we just need to have a good footing. We just need to figure out how we can do better.
I know we don't have any issues, but it's nice to kind of see where we can improve on.
Okay, I got
Yeah.
you.
And I cannot even express how good of an idea I truly think this is. Yeah! They don't know each other super well, even though they feel like they do. They're having a baby. She, is fresh out of prison. There's so much happening. She wants to get divorced. So no, going to therapy now is a fantastic idea. And even though he was like, we don't really have problems, in the therapy session, they did talk about their communication problems. And it seems they both have problems with when things start getting heated, they shut down or they try to kind of walk away. Either she hangs up the phone or he just says, I don't want to talk about this.
And then I don't want to talk about this anymore. And then her immediate reaction is click. And then silent for like an hour.
And Gypsy expressed having some guilt over basically being pregnant. She doesn't want him to stay just because of the baby. She wants him to stay because he loves her as well. She feels also guilty for maybe not being as sensitive towards him for all of the changes that has happened in his life so quickly.
And I don't want him to have resentment towards me for like how fast everything moved.
So I just think that is a great first step. I really hope they stick with the therapy and that they have stuck with the therapy.
She's a snob, she's a hypochondriac, she's not young and beautiful, but I love her. And now I do need my psychiatrist.
So the last thing that I want to talk about is a dinner that they go to together.
I'm gonna cut to the chase. Me, you, dinner.
What the? Ow!
This is something that I saw that ruffled a few people's feathers online and, mine included. I don't think it's like a huge deal, but it definitely bothered me. So they go to dinner and I noticed Ken ordered for her.
Okay, we'll do one of those. And then we're gonna split a blue crab salad.
Oh no, this is not happening.
Maybe she ordered something else we just didn't see, or they edited that out. But he Gypsy has said she's a very picky eater, and he orders things specifically he knows she's probably not gonna like, and he wants her to try them, which is totally fair. She should try new things, because you never know, you might be surprised. And she actually did. She tried the octopus, and she was not a fan.
No?
We kind of figured she wasn't going to be a fan. She said she doesn't like octopus just in general, and so it creeped her out seeing the tentacles. Like, this wasn't like a fried calamari situation. This was like full-on tentacles. And he tried to get her to try the crab salad, and she just wasn't having it.
Not even a bite? You are so disappointing.
So my whole problem with this situation isn't the fact that he's trying to get her to try new foods. Again, totally understandable. She needs to work on that. But it's when the waiter comes over, he purposely embarrasses her in front of him.
What do you like this time?
Oh, she's lying. She didn't even try it because she's afraid.
Really?
So the waiter actually offers to bring her a different salad, and you can tell he's really annoyed by what Ken is doing, because Gypsy is clearly embarrassed, and she kind of says, oh, I'm picky because I'm pregnant, and he's like, you can be picky for any reason you want.
I just wanted to shame her a little bit, that's all.
Public shaming, random person.
Apparently.
Yeah, you can just see all over her face how embarrassed she is, and it just makes me, feel so bad for her. And I don't think Ken intended to do this. Obviously, he's kind of giggling, so I think he's thinking that it's funny and that they're laughing about it together, when she's very clearly not laughing about it. Like, she's giggling, but everything else about her is just like purely uncomfortable, completely embarrassed, and I just love that the waiter called him out on it. And she actually ends up excusing herself and going to the bathroom, and you can hear over her mic that she was sniffling, so she was probably crying in there. But when she came back, she didn't say anything to him, which maybe she saved it for an off-camera conversation, but I really hope she brought it up to him, because just stuffing stuff like that down isn't good. She might be a little bit more emotional because of the hormones and everything, but still, it's just not good to stuff that type of stuff down. Well, that is all I have for you guys today. Well, except in case you were wondering what Ryan was up to, he was just home alone in his apartment being sad. That's it. So that's all I have for you guys today. I will catch you in the next video. Bye.
In case I don't see ya, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Yeah.